Hi, good morning, and welcome to today's vlog. Today is Tuesday, and it's a pretty typical schedule for me as a private music teacher and freelance writer, so thought I'd take you along with me because the last time I vlogged day in my life, I feel like it was really different, and so wanted to give you kind of an updated version to see what I do basically on a daily weekday basis as a teacher. So it's a little after 9 right now. I usually wake up right about now on Tuesdays, but at 8 a.m. someone was outside with a chainsaw, so like using it on plants, like trees and not people. But yeah, they were doing yard work and at 8 a.m. and that woke me up and I stayed up. So I start my Tuesdays at 10 a.m. with a violin warm-up class, and then I usually finish for the night at 9 p.m. with my last lesson. So my days spread out through 11 hours on Tuesday, but I don't work like the entire 11 hours because that would be pretty crazy. So my last student of the night did cancel today, so I will be done at 8 tonight. Just so you've got an idea of how this is gonna go. So I've got some breakfast right here. I love Belvita, but it's super expensive, and the Lidl ones taste even better, so it's a plus. So I'm gonna eat my breakfast and check in with you again soon. Sounds yummy. So good. Pacho just meowed at me. What you doing? What is so sweetie? All right, it's almost 10, which means it's about time for me to get started. My first class of the day on Tuesdays is a group violin warm-up. I teach it on a website called Outschool, and a couple young violinists are signed up. We go through some stretches, some scales, and just kind of, warm-ups on the violin, and then usually they'll play like a song that they're working on, and that's that. And then right after that, I teach a 45-minute viola lesson. So that's exciting. It's always a good start to my Tuesday mornings. I'm feeling super sleepy today. I think it's because I woke up earlier than usual. So hopefully the warm-up, stretching, and all that will help me feel a little bit better. But yeah, right now I'm really sleepy. So I just finished my first round of teaching for the morning, my warm-up class and 45-minute viola lesson. Both were super fun, great students. So it's almost 11:30 now, and I need to get some writing done. I'm a ghostwriter on a violin website, and I have 2 articles that I need to turn in very soon, and I really need to get working on those. So that's gonna take up good chunk of my afternoon. My next round of teaching starts at 3 p.m. So basically during this chunk of time, I do whatever kind of writing or office-y kind of things that I need to do, and I'll eat lunch and more office or writing stuff, whatever I need, or if I need to practice or just lesson plan, things like that. I've got that time to do that, and then I teach and see more students again starting at 3. Pacho! Look. He knows the bag. Look. Treat. Okay, show them your tricks. Sit. 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 Good boy. Up. So good. Oh, good boy. Okay, you have to show them the last one too, okay? Yeah, over here. Sit. Sit. Up. And give me paw. Give me paw. Good boy. Oh, give me fingers. What a good boy. I have this little table set up right when you walk into the studio, and it's got kind of like some advertising, but things for people to look at when they come in. So got some business cards, stickers for myself and small businesses and people that I like, for the local orchestra and their youth programs. I need to get rid of this flower, so just ignore that. And I have this candle that I kind of made on my candle warmer. So I had this tiny little like Bath and Body Works tea light, and it was in the scent Boo, and it smells exactly like fall and Halloween, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. But it was so small, so I have this candle making kit, or like just this wax that you melt in the microwave. So I broke apart the original candle, put it in this jar with a bunch of that just unscented wax, and I mixed it together, and I put in some spices too, so it's basically like pumpkin pie spices, and it smells so good. And then I also have a lot of musical reading material like American Viola Society Journal and a bunch of strings magazines for bored parents to read if they want to learn a little bit more about music. This flower pot, this doesn't belong here. I feel like I'm still moving. But this flower pot I bought in Argentina back in college when my orchestra went on tour there, and I love it. I don't want to plant a real plant in it because like I don't want to mess it up, but I should use it as a decorative pot. It's just sitting there because all of my other plants are right over here, and someday it'll make its way over here, but right now is not that moment, I guess. Pacho is eating his lunch, and I'm gonna make my lunch. I'm just going with a sandwich today. I made mac and cheese for lunch yesterday, and it was really good. Today is just a sandwich day, I think. Okay, got my sandwich, and I don't let myself work while I eat because that's just not a good way to live your life. So I'm gonna find a YouTube video, just chill while I eat my lunch. It's like 1:30 right now, so I still have like an hour and a half until my next batch of teaching.
There's a sequel in the year 2000, and it's pretty bad. It doesn't really fall into the remake category though, seeing as it's a continuation.
It's a little after 2:30, so I'll be teaching my next student soon, but I got some cool stuff in the mail yesterday that I just wanted to share. So I joined the American String Teachers Association because it's a professional group for string teachers, and it gives me access to a lot of great research. I don't know, I can read a lot of like research things that are gonna help me be a better teacher. And there's a really good article on vibrato that was exclusive to American String Teachers Association members that I really wanted to read a couple months ago, and now I'm gonna have to find it again. But anyway, I also signed up because it gave me access to group healthcare, and I needed that as a self-employed person, so that was super helpful too. Definitely worth the money, the little money that it costs. So when I signed up, I did choose to get the certificate saying that I'm a member because I thought it would look nice in my studio, and I'm a professional and I want to be taken seriously. So I don't know, it's a piece of paper, but I thought it was cool and I'm proud of my accomplishments. So just wanted to say that. And yeah, I'm super excited to read some more research and learn a bit more about string pedagogy just so that I can continue to become more and more of a better teacher. So my next student that I'm teaching at 3 is having a hard time reading sheet music, and he took a long break over the summer, which I don't recommend, but I'm teaching him on OutSchool. He's not one of my own like private students, so I couldn't control whether or not he took a break and came back to the studio. It just unsubscribed from lessons and then signed back up a couple weeks ago. So anyway, in my private studio, I discourage taking a break longer than 3 weeks over the summer because, you know, it just stunts your progress and it gets you out of the habit. And I know summer is a great time to travel too. There are pros and cons either way. Anyway, back to the topic. We just need to review a lot of like note names and reading treble clef and where those notes are on the violin, just to kind of get back into the swing. I left my tripod upstairs. Okay. We just need to practice note naming, reading treble clef, and where those notes actually are on the violin, just to get back into the routine and habit of playing the violin again. So I need to go plan for that. You know how I said I forgot to bring my tripod downstairs? Yeah, so one of those times when my phone fell off my laptop, cracked my screen protector, which is why I use a screen protector. But now there's a line going through the screen protector right on top of the camera lens. So maybe later today during one of my breaks I'll change my screen protector, but sorry. Anyway, I figured out what I'm going to do in this lesson. Okay, so I'm gonna try to give him like some landmark notes to work off of. So these are the violin's open strings, and I want him to be able to identify all of these, and then we'll take it a step further. Put a note right here. Where is that in relation to D? You count D as 0, this is 1. Oh, this first finger on the D string, and we go forward in the alphabet. So that letter is E. So that's what I'm going to try to do with him today, in addition to playing the piece that he's working on and all that. Faces, spell out the word face from bottom to top. Good. And these are all open strings. So which string is this one? Where's the E string on your violin? Where's the E string located on your violin? Is it the string on the left, one of the strings in the middle, or the string on the right? So I just realized I never actually told you what my full schedule is like today. I told you a little bit about when I taught in the morning and when my breaks would be and when I start up again. So today I technically teach for 4 hours. There's one student I need to message her mom and ask whether or not she's still coming or not. So I teach for an hour, 45 minutes. I call it an hour, but 15 minutes. Okay. And then Connor, Scarlett, Ivaka, Lucia, and Ella. So 1, 2, 3 and a half. Okay. So I teach for about 4 hours today. First, I had a 30-minute group-long warm-up at 10 a.m. Right after that, I taught a 45-minute long viola lesson. Then I had a break from around 11:15 to 3. And I mean, I didn't use it as a break. I wrote a lot and then I had lunch. So that was break, but yeah, I wrote a lot. Then I taught 1 half-hour violin lesson at 3. I've had a break since 3:30. It hasn't really been a break. It's been like I did a little bit more writing. I answered some emails, and then I played the piano for fun because I just needed to kind of let my mind go, but still wanted to play music because it relaxes me. And next I teach another half-hour violin lesson from 4 to 4:30, have another break from 4:30 to 5, and then I should be teaching a 30-minute piano lesson at 5 and a 30-minute viola lesson at 5:30. Not quite sure if the viola lesson is gonna happen though. And then I have a dinner break from 6 to 7:30. I try to give myself about an hour for dinner. On my busiest days this fall on Thursday, I only have a half hour for dinner, but I do finish at 7:30 on Thursdays. So if I don't get enough time for dinner from 6 to 6:30, which is my optimal dinner time personally, then at 7:30 I can finish my dinner, relax, just chill for the evening. So anyway, tonight I have my dinner break from 6 to 7:30. I'll probably cook something tonight because I don't always have time to cook on weekdays when I teach, and my boyfriend and I, like, you know, either one of us will cook. It's not my job as a woman. Like, I'm not that way. Anyway, and then I teach one last piano lesson at 7:30. So I am done teaching for the night at 8. Usually I have another student from 8:30 to 9 on violin, but he is not able to come tonight. So if I'm not too tired at 8 and if I don't desperately feel like relaxing and doing nothing, then I might finish up a couple things at my computer until like 8:30-ish. So that's basically how my Tuesdays go. It's a pretty kind of average day. It does start a little earlier and usually ends a little bit later than most of my other days, but it's pretty spread out, which makes it feel kind of okay to me. I know musicians work very odd hours, and like I start at 10 a.m. today, and for me that's early, but I don't end until 9 p.m., which to most people with like normal jobs, that is very, very late. So, you know, it's just a different setup, and I find breaks during my day where I can relax and feel like I'm getting like time off, like relaxation, like how people come home at 5 or 6 and then they're just done for the day. I don't really get that until 9 p.m. and I try not to go to bed too late, so I try to get that relaxation while I'm like on my meal breaks. And then that kind of helps split up the day, doesn't make me feel like I'm on and performing all day and teaching all day. Because if I don't take those relaxing times throughout the day and just in chunks like that, then I feel super, super burned out. So that personally helps me get through long days. Just the fact that they're spaced out is super helpful to me. So it's almost 4 p.m. so I'm gonna get myself ready for my next student. She is a violinist and we're working on Viva La Vida by Coldplay. So last week I played the violin part for her that she's learning, just so she could hear it, how, you know, what it should sound like, what her goal should be. And when I finished, she was like, "Whoa, were you in the recording?" I was like, "No, I was like 10 or 11 when the song came out. I was a little too young," but yeah, that was very nice. So she's a great student. I'm super excited for the next lesson. We only have F sharp in the key signature, so very close together. Yeah, it sounded a little eerie like that. Okay, so I just finished teaching my 4 o'clock student. It's 4:30. I decided that we should have like some soy ginger salmon with like noodles. I think that sounds good. So I found just a quick recipe on Pinterest and I'm gonna make the marinade for it now. Just getting it kind of prepped for now and then we'll finish making it later. Okay, so this recipe calls for equal parts brown sugar, fish sauce, or oyster sauce, I think it's the same thing, and soy sauce. So I'm gonna put those in first. Overflowing a little bit, so that's okay. And then it calls for just a teaspoon of sesame oil. So I'll add that in. That was overflowing. Oh, that was half a teaspoon, so it's okay that I overflowed. All right, there we go. Oh, that smells so good. I love sesame seeds. So good. Then we need some red pepper flakes. It says 1/4 of a teaspoon. And there we go. About half of a teaspoon. That'll be good enough for me. So the recipe that we're using for the noodles tonight is actually from one of my favorite computer games when I was younger called My Disney Kitchen. And it calls for chopped peanuts on top. So I'm just gonna try to chop these peanuts. Probably a mortar and pestle would work better, but we have new knives and they're really sharp. And we don't have a mortar and pestle, so using what we've got and it's working well. My 5:30 student is not able to come, so means get to go make dinner because I'm hungry and I'm ready to eat. So the student I was just working with on piano is learning the song Nothing But Love from Zombies 3, which apparently is a very popular song right now. And we've only worked on the beginning of it together, but every time I hear it, it sounds just like Why Not by Hilary Duff, and I get it in my head. And it's so frustrating because I love Why Not by Hilary Duff, and this song is just like any other Disney Channel song, which I'm sure Why Not is the same way because it was for the Lizzie McGuire movie, but it makes me kind of sad. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think the rest of it really sounds like Why Not, but the beginning, it really, like, some of the rhythms, but like definitely the note and the chord progression together, it's like the outline of Why Not, but not as in-depth and glued together as Why Not is as a song. I don't know. Anyway, I'm hungry. I need food. Here's our dinner. Looks so good. The noodles taste so good. We were snacking on them while we were waiting for the salmon to finish. I'm so excited to taste it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's eat. How was it?
It was really good. The noodles were especially good. I'm glad we
From
made a
my
lot of
Disney
them.
kitchen.
I was surprised at how good they came out. But I feel like I'm not a salmon person anymore, which is kind of sad. Like, I'll eat lox anytime, but regular salmon just doesn't really do anything for me anymore, which is kind of sad.
Well, Pacho got his first cooked salmon here at his new home, and he loved it. He wants more. He's hoping the phone is made of salmon so he could eat it. So for these, I cross over instead of doing the kind of lift thing. We do the lift thing later on when it changes, but for this, let me get these notes right. Yeah, so I go 5, 2, 1, second finger, pointer finger crosses up to C, and then the same way coming back down, so that we don't have to move all that much. Hi, I am done teaching for the night. Had a great last lesson, but I am just super tired and my head is kind of starting to hurt. So no more work for me tonight. I'm done at 8 and I'm just gonna relax for the rest of the evening. So I hope you had fun following me around for the day and seeing how my day is a little bit different now after doing this full time for a little bit over a year now, which is super, super exciting. So my day is filled with teaching, writing, officey kind of stuff, lesson planning, all those kinds of things. It's a fun mix and I really, really love what I do. So loved having you follow me around. If you'd like to see more, just let me know in the comments. If you'd like to see a certain aspect of my work, please let me know. I'd be happy to film more in-depth videos about my work process and everything that I do in a given day. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I post new musical videos every Sunday at noon Eastern time. Thanks for watching.